Hey guys and girls, we are back yet with another Warhammer 40k video, but this time it's a little bit different. It's not the usual reaction, it's something that I promised you a long time ago. It is a tier list. Sorry that it took me a little while to get to it. I was busy with some IRL stuff. One of my family members currently is in the hospital, so I kind of spend my time there. So I got some free time. Finally can record this video and hopefully end this chapter. So as you know, we've been watching Remembrancer's Primarch videos for almost 4 months. We finally managed to watch them all. It's been a crazy journey. So it's time to rally them up. Just know guys, clearly you see I'll be using a slightly different tier list. So instead of S to F tiers, I'll be ranking the Primarchs from 1 to 18. And this is gonna be my personal ranking. You don't need to agree with me. It's my list. So the list will go left to right with 3 Primarchs per row. So, you know, the first one is my favorite, the last one is the third place. Now, this tier list isn't about who is the strongest. Let's just say if I put Wargar before, I don't know, Vulcan, that does not mean that Wargar can beat Vulcan. It just means that I personally like Wargar more than Vulcan. Because some people will just see the list and be like, no way he's so weak. No, bro. Again, I'm ranking them based how much I enjoyed their war videos and how much they got me interested, basically, in their legions, in their stories and stuff. Please understand that my knowledge is very limited and all of it basically comes from playing games like Dawn of War, Space Marine first and second part, The Dark Tide, and there was also an orc racing game, but I'm not sure if it's out yet. So again, if your Primarch isn't at the top of my list, don't throw a hissy fit. Feel free to share your list in the comments. Another disclaimer, as clearly you see, I probably have an accent. I have an accent, okay? So some stuff are gonna be mispronounced. So I'm sorry for that. Now I will go through the Primarchs in their Legion order. So remember how it was Dark Angels, Emperor's Children, and how Breaky and Remembrancer, we're gonna go in that same order. And I will try to basically retell their stories, what I learned from Remembrancer video. And hopefully I will be rating them as I go, okay? Last disclaimer before we begin. Please don't have like hard feelings if your Primarch is lower than you expected. If your Primarch is on the bottom, that does not mean I dislike them. It's just maybe, you know, Remembrancer haven't talked about something interesting about them. You know, we will still continue exploring, and maybe over time I will be influenced, and I will of course change it. But for now, it's this, okay? So no more further ados, no more turning back. Let's begin. And the first will be... Oh my god, I already forgot who is the first one. The first one would be Lionel Johnson. He is the Primarch of Dark Angels. Uh, I'll start with I think his role was basically he was like I'd say like emperor's like hunter, maybe even executioner. I think he was like designed as I don't know a seeker of truth and secrets. Basically, he's perfect for rooting out corruption, heresy, hidden foes in the Imperium. That's how I view of him. So his upbringing is well, all of them basically start the same. They were scattered during the Primarch project, and Lionel Johnson landed on the planet known as Caliban. It's a feudal world where there were like warp entities, beasts. So as a child, he basically survived alone in the forest, mastering the hunt until he was discovered by a knightly order. It's like Teutonic knights, basically. You know, as his father, mother figures, he was basically raised by the knights of the Caliban, especially, well, the ones who found him, but especially one of them is like became his father figure. I believe was Luther. He, yeah, so Luther became like fatherly, brotherly figure. Unfortunately, in the future, Luther grew a little bit of jealous and he basically betrayed Lion and now Luther is suffering in some prison somewhere in the universe. So what would be his notable achievement before the Emperor? I think it's simple. He united the Caliban's knightly orders, purged the monsters, built his society, chivalric society. When as always when he fixed his shit, Emperor you know uh, he met the Emperor, he became a loyal, he obviously accepted the Emperor, he respected him, but I think he still remained secretive. he I think his bond with the Space Marines, he like bonded with them extremely well. He commanded, with authority. He did like, if I remember, recall everything correctly, he did like the challenges. He like separated the whole legion into like 5 different groups, and they had challenges, to always up their game, basically. His achievements, I guess, would be purging Caliban, some crusade victories, and he led campaigns with efficiency. Um, you know, and his fate status would be he was, again, when the whole betrayal happened, well, basically he was stabbed by Luther, I believe, and he is in coma. Now I know, guys, somehow I think a year ago, Lionel Johnson returned. I have absolutely zero knowledge of it, so I'm not that deep into him. So that's where I'll end with him. And to me personally, Lionel Johnson, again, it's my tier list. He is like number 15. I can't put, but he's number 15 as I see it. So yeah, let's continue with Fulgrim, Primarch of Emperor's Children. I'd say his role is like paragon of perfection. He's like exemplar of martial and aesthetic excellence. He was basically designed to elevate arts, discipline, and polish Astartes. Basically, it's like Astartes have to be at like this level, and he made sure his basically goal was to make sure that they maintained that status. When you see the Space Marine, and I think in 40k that is true. I think they are considered as gods and they act this way. So yeah. The problem is because he's a perfectionist, that's kinda made him very vulnerable to corruption. So he basically lost to Swanesh. So yeah, his upbringing. He was cast into Hemos, an industrial world drained of resources. He was raised among the tech guilds and became obsessed with perfection, basically. I don't think he had like a father figure. He was like, he was raised by those his planet's like ruling guilds, and I think it was like a collective upbringing for Fulgrim. Again, he basically fixed the planet. Fate, you know, after he left, the people who raised him basically were destroyed by Imperial decree. You know, their goals did not align with Imperium. Before Emperor, obviously, he saved the planet from collapse, reformed and created prosperity. Obviously, after he succeeds, like same as Lionel Johnson, Emperor visits his planet. He immediately pledged his damn fuck. Oh my god, bro, I'm stunlocked. He basically was like, yeah, I agree with you, Emperor, and I will follow you. Oh my god, bro. This is crazy. Again, his bond with Emperor Children's Space Marine was... he accepted his legion wholeheartedly. And his legion adored him, basically shared his obsession with perfection. So now you have whole legion who is crazy like that. Again, everything he does is with elegance and grace. Obviously, as achievements, he has countless brilliant crusade victories, famous duels with Ferrus Manus. They were very competitive with each other. You know, unfortunately, he also killed Ferrus Manus, and the reason for his treachery would be pride, obsession with perfection, and temptation by Slanesh. As of now, his fate is he's a demon Primarch, fully transformed, ruling in the Eye of Terror. I personally love Fulgrim. He is like an interesting character to me. I put him in a number 6. This tier list is gonna make more sense, by the way, when you're gonna see full Primarchs. Right now, it doesn't really make sense. Sorry about it. The next one would be Perturabo. Primarch of the Iron Warriors. I see him as a siege master and breaker of fortresses, you know? He was raised in Olympia, a mountainous world, and grew into cynical genius of engineering and siegecraft. He was basically a nerd a mega nerd. He was fostered by planet's ruling tyrants. Fate, when the rebellion erupted, Perturabo massacred Olympia's population, basically wiping his foster family out. So before the Emperor, he was a fortress builder, but was unloved, ruled with basically cold pragmatism. He obviously, and again, he fixed his planet. He accepted to join the Emperor in his like crusades, but I think he remained bitter. Like he felt like a tool, I guess. His achievements are he constructed fortresses, broke countless sieges, or rivaled Rogal Dorn in fortification craft, but We know. You know who is better. Reason for his treachery, bitterness. He envied of Dorn, He had a sense of being undervalued. He is also a demon primarch of Chaos Undivided, so basically I think these guys, they like worship all the gods. Oh yeah, a bit shorter and perturbable. Honestly, I like his aesthetics. He's a cool guy. He goes for me personally as a number 12. And so you guys know, I already have made the tier list. I already have it. It's just I'm putting them into exact order I already did. So yeah. The next one is gonna be Jagatai Khan, the Primarch of White Scars. I see him as a swift conqueror, master of rapid warfare, like skirmishes, hit fast, run away, regroup, annoying type. But definitely good for, uh, yeah. He was designed to pursue annihilate foes with unmatched mobility. That's basically, I think, his better description. Again, his upbringing landed on Chogoris, basically into a tribe, joined the tribe, Lord Horsemanship. It was a planet which is completely like underdeveloped. They still had, tribes. We were riding horses, not that imperial level shit. So he was adopted by a tribal Khan, Ogatai, I believe, and his fate, well, basically they killed his father figure. So Jagatai Khan avenged his foster father by basically taking control of the whole world. So he basically united all the tribes. I think that's super cool. Before the Emperor, that's his achievement. He basically defeated Highland despots, created Empire of Freedom loving tribes, when the Emperor came, he accepted him, but kept his tribal traditions. His bond with the Legion would be something on. They liked his freedom and independence, I guess. He didn't enforce like his views on his Astartes. Yeah, I say he accepted them easy again, but we only needed to accept his traditions. And his achievements again, lightning conquest across the Crusade. He played a big role in Siege of Terra, even though he was basically one of the few legions which were holding on before Ultramarines could have come to save them. So yeah, his fate. He vanished pursuing Dark Elder into the Webway. And I personally see him as number 13. So he's number 13 for me. Lemon Ross, Primarch of the Space Wolves, Vikings. His role would be Emperor's Executioner and Enforcer, basically. His upbringing, though, he was raised on frozen Fenris. Yeah, and what's crazy, he was raised by wolves, then by planet's, I believe, king. His name was Fengir. Basically, he had two figures. One was a wolf, another was a king. His foster father died, so he became a ruler. Yeah, simple. Before the Emperor, he united tribes, ruled as a wolf king. Meeting the Emperor, they had like this, I think they had like a contest which he lost to the Emperor, and he swore his loyalty instantly, called him the Allfather. His bond with the Legion is Space Marines basically embodied his feral, loyal pack, ethos. So they accepted him pretty well, I'd say. His achievements was Burning of Prospera. I think that's Magnus World. But again, endless crusade victories. Reasons for his loyalty. Again, this one is... I actually looked into it. I actually don't understand why he's so... He's just a loyal guy. So yeah, he's just loyal. I might have forgot why he is so loyal, but he's just loyal. And his fate, well, he disappeared on Great Quest. Prophesized to return, so at this time we still don't know where he is. For me, he is... You're gonna be mad. I think he's number 14 to me. Yep. I might have already mixed up something. Don't worry. In the end, I'll show you the tier list. I have it here. Okay. Rogodorn. Primarch of the Imperial Fists. I think he's... Again, he's defender and fortress builder. He basically was designed to hold ground at all cost, and his legion became the Imperial Shield Wall. Played a big role in how to say Horus Heresy. Okay, so his upbringing. He was born in Invit, raised by his grandfather in a fortress world. I guess that's why he likes fortresses so much. His father figures Proconsul Dorn. Fate. Basically passed rulership to Rogodorn, and Rogodorn pledged it to the Emperor, basically, if I remember it correctly, guys. Before the Emperor, well, again, before the Emperor, he built fleets and fortresses. United Invit Cluster. I don't know why I wrote this. I actually don't remember what it is, but yeah, he did that. Again, meeting the Emperor, he basically swore his fealty immediately, you know. So yeah, no dramas, no nothing. His bond with his legion was the Imperial Fist basically revered his stoicism, discipline, and honor, and rightfully so, because damn, that's actually a good way to describe these three words. Basically, very well describe the legion. Achievements would be he built a palace defenses key general at Siege of Terra. Basically, without him, we all know everything would go to shit. Yeah, his status. He was killed in the battle versus Seke's fleet, and only his hands were recovered. So I have to be honest, I'm not a fan of Adorn, but I think he played a huge role in Horus Heresy. And listen, I like, you know, building stuff. So personally for me, he's at number 5. Easily this man. Easily top 5. He is fucking great. Oh, Conrad Curse. Well, Primarch of Night Lords. I think his role is basically just a terror weapon. He was created to enforce Imperial law through fear. You know, he was raised on a crime-ridden Nostramo, survived as Vigilante. How do you even say Vigilante? Yeah. No parents. So basically his teacher was the outside world. Everything he knows, he learned from the world he lived on. Yeah. Before the Emperor, he managed to control the whole world through fear. Basically, crime rates dropped, so for a short term, the world was, I'd say, maybe even okay, but I would be scared as fuck to live in that world. Meeting the Emperor, he distrusted him, believed visions of doom. Basically, he was one of those Primarchs who saw the future, so Conrad knew everything was about to happen, but he strikes me as a guy who just accepted his fate and didn't want to change. Bond with his legion. Oh, Nightwatch became Terror Legion, reflecting his cruelty. And I'd say on that row they accepted him and he accepted them. You know. Reason for his treachery. His madness from his future seeing ability. He believed that the betrayal is inevitable. And he was assassinated, but Khalidu's assassin, she just killed him and he didn't. Yeah, I think it's the only Primarch who died by a regular human hands. But can you even call those assassins regular humans? They're like crazy. But I don't know, he felt interesting. To me, he's like middle ground. I say he's like number 9 to me. Personally, to me, he's like number 9. Yeah. Sanguinius, before we even say anything about him, this is my tier list, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Primarch of the Blood Angels. Oh my god. Yes, sir. Bro, he was angelic exemplar, a figure of hope and loyalty. Yes, sir. He was. I think he's a symbol of inspiration and ability. I think he meant to embody the Emperor's ideal of humanity. Damn, bro, I'm cooking with this one. He's a brainiac. He was basically on a planet called Ball. There was like a lot of mutated people, so I guess he, with his wings, he fit in very well. His father, mother figures, basically tribal elders of that planet, treated him as a savior child. His basically foster parents, well, the tribal people, tribal elders, remained loyal as recruitment base, so yeah. Very cool. Again, before the Emperor, he basically protected Bao tribes, united all the people. When he met the Emperor, he was most beloved son, deeply devoted, swore his allegiance to Emperor very quickly. Bond with his legions, again. Blood Angels adored him as angelic figure, and I think that's a bit crazy, but yeah, they loved him. And achievements, countless crusade victories, key moral figure. Yeah. And basically the guy who made when Horus transformed in his final... Well, he didn't transform, but he became like infused with the powers of chaos. He like made a dent in, I believe, Horus armor that basically it's a lot easier for Emperor to kill Horus, but maybe I'm remembering something wrong. And unfortunately, his fate, he was killed by Horus on Vengeful Spirit. So yeah, that's my guy. And guys, my headphones died, so right now I will try to reconnect because I need them. Thank you, sir, for this like pause. Okay. Ferus Manus of the Iron Hands. I have to be... Before I even start, I really hated them, but something in Remembrancer's video changed them, and oh my god. So again, Primarch of the Iron Hands, I think his role was basically, he was like a forge master, and he really believed in strength of the machine, you know? He was like, he meant to perfect humanity's fusion with technology, you know, ensuring mechanical supremacy, I guess. He was like, I think it was like his role you know? So he was raised on a harsh world of Medusa, slew a metallic, I think, Necron worm, and basically the worm metal fused with his hands. I don't remember whole story, but that's why he has iron hands. Um, yeah, after slaying the worm, like there were clans on the planet, and they basically raised him. Uh, Again, the people who raised him became the planet became recruitment base for his legion, I guess. Before the Emperor, as I said, he united clans, ruled as a forge master. He met the Emperor, swore his oh my god, loyalty proudly. Bond with his legion, his iron hands reflected his love of machine and hatred of weakness. So, but it's crazy how he wasn't really like that. He knew that then Crusades would be over. He wanted to return to flesh, but unfortunately for my man, he was killed by Fulgrim at East 1-5. So, Ferris Manus to me personally, this one is hard, but to me he is number 3. Yeah, I know. Maybe not the strongest Primarch and he died, but to me I found his story very interesting and I'm actually hoping that soon I will be able to venture into their legions even deeper. Let's go with Robute Gulliman. Primarch of Ultramarines. Basically, his role was the administrator and the empire builder. Well, he has his empire, guys. Nerd. He basically created... He was basically created to govern, build, and sustain functioning Imperium. Let's be real. Without him, Imperium would fail. Like, I understand. Even we like to meme sometimes, but without him, he plays a crucial role. We all know. Like, he plays crucial boring role. That's why, you know, he gets a little bit of hate, I would say. He was raised on Macragge by orderly society. He had a mother and father figure. So, yeah, he had Connor Gulliman as a father and Tarasha Elten as mother. So, he was very loved. Their fate, well, they were murdered by rivals. So, Robute executed the traitors, basically. Before even the Emperor's arrival, I think he founded Ultramar. Stable empire of 500 worlds. That's crazy, if you think about it. Most of these Primarchs, you see, they united just their worlds. He ventured into space. He had 500 worlds. That's, to me, that person, it's insane, like. He, meeting the Emperor, he admired the Emperor, but wanted to be, like, I guess, more independent, let's just say. Bond with the Legion, same. Well, Ultramarines adored him. Discipline under Codex Astartes is something he wrote. I believe he wrote it after Horus Heresy, or maybe he did before. Sorry guys, I didn't venture that deep. Again, his achievements, indomitable campaigns, rebuilt Imperium after Heresy. I think the second part is like real. Like, he's basically the glue that holds the Imperium, basically, and it's hard for my man. Yeah, his fate. Well, as far as I know, he was basically resurrected. He defeated the Mortarion. He fought Magnus, like the guy resurrected and immediately back into action. But I will say, to me, he is number 7 in my list. Again, I want to venture into deep. Dude, before the Space Marine games, I really did not like Ultramarines, but dude, I think they're crazy, bro. We're starting to grow on me more and more, but yeah, that's my opinion. Oh, so next one, Angron, Primarch of the World Eaters. I think he was basically like Berserker, like a shock trooper, gladiator general, designed to be a living weapon of rage, leading devastating assaults. His upbringing is probably the saddest in the whole list. He was basically the only one who failed. And by failed, I mean he landed in Nuceria. He was enslaved as gladiator, and they implanted him with butcher like nails. And his family figures were the gladiators who basically raised him and taught him. If I remember correctly, he killed his father figure in a fight because of the butcher nails, and then he did a revolt, and basically they were losing, like they were outmatched, and basically they would simply die together. But the emperor basically yoinked Angron and didn't yoink any of his followers, the slaves who were with Angron. So basically, all his friends died. And basically, Angron was remembered by the planet as a coward who ran away, you know? So it hurt him a lot more, you know? When he met the Emperor, he like resented him for denying him a honorable death, hated him for not saving his friends. His bond with the Legion was the hardest one. However, the Astartes themselves wanted to, you know, for them being accepted by Angron, so they also implanted themselves with the butcher nails. You know, his achievements again, he butchered through Crusade destructively, you know, his fashion way. Reasons of his treachery was basically hatred of the Emperor. You know, he was raging, you know, he was mad, you know. And obviously he was seducted by... Is it that even the word seducted? It's my new word, guys. Seducted by Korn. So yeah, right now, we know that he's a demon Primarch. Honestly, to me personally, Angron is an extremely sad figure, like... Dude, it's crazy how... I wish... If I could change, I would wish Angron to be, you know, a lot different. I would love to see it, but it won't. And for that reason, I put him in number 8. He's like... Yeah, he's cool. Okay, let's continue with Mortarion. Primarch of the Death Guard. He's basically, his role is like Endurance Incarnate. I'd see him he was meant to fight wars with attrition, immune to hardship, you know, toxins or decay. He was, you know, tough guy. Father mother figures, you know. Oh, sorry. His upbringing. He was raised on toxic barbers among poisonous mists. So toxic planet run over by necromancers. So he really dislikes psychers. What do you know? He was adopted by a necromantic overlord. And by the way, that overlord who raised him was killed by the Emperor. So basically Mortarion didn't even... I guess he killed his father figure, I guess. So yeah. Again, before the Emperor even arrived, he freed humanity from overlords, led the Grim Rebellion. So he led this rebellion and he wanted to kill his like father figure, but Emperor basically took his kill from Artarian. That's what I meant. When he met Emperor, he was grateful but suspicious of his psychic nature. Again, he hated psychics because of the way his planet was. His bond with the Legion, Death Guard embodied resilience, and grim determination, so they accepted him. And yeah, reasons of his treachery, he was trapped in a warp storm, if I remember correctly, so he turned to Nurgle because he couldn't stomach the pain. That's very simplified version of the whole story, but yeah. He's the demon Primarch of Nurgle, and to me, guys, he's like a hater, 16. Yeah, you guys, I already see, guys, your type, you're mad. I would be too, guys, if I was a Mortarian fan. Anyway, Magnus the Red, Primarch of the Thousand Suns. I see him as a Psyker King or Warkeeper. He was designed as the Emperor's weapon against chaos in the warp. Again, master of knowledge and sorcery, I guess. He landed on Psychic Rich Prosper, so people were just adept, I guess, at using magic. He was tutored by Psychers, notably Amon. He's, by the way, Prospero is the planet. Remember, in the beginning, Space Wolves destroyed it, by the way. But his father figure survived with the Legion when, that ordeal happened. Yeah, before the Emperor, he ruled Prospero. Amassed knowledge, fought mutation curse. So, he had some problem. I really forgot why he was fighting that curse. I don't remember. But I remember before even meeting with his legion, he already lost his eye. Yeah. He's bonded with the Emperor because Emperor was also a Psyker, so I guess it was kinda easier for him. Bond with his legion, he deeply connected to Thousand Suns, and he accepted his sons. Yeah. Achievements, psychic might, early crusade victories. He was him before, the treachery, and reasons of his treachery. Desperate to save his legion, he turned to Zinj, and Zinj basically played him like a fiddle. So he is demon Primarch of Zinj. I think I really shortened, I butchered his story. But yeah, it's what I remember, guys. I can't remember everything perfectly, so to me, he's number 11 on the list. God, it's so long. Finally, the main guy, Horus Lupercal, War Master, best strategist / I would say leader, until his fall, obviously, to Chaos. He almost, by the way, toppled the Imperium. So his role, I see him as a War Master. He was raised on a gang world of Ctonia. He was adopted by the warlords of that planet. All those warlords were also erased after Horus joined the Emperor. So yeah, he was before the Emperor, he was just basically a brilliant gang leader, warlord himself. Also, when he met emperor. He was most beloved son. He was even given the title of War Master. I think someone else was supposed to get it. I think Lionel Johnson. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but no, he was given this title. So yeah, his legion, basically he bonded Luna Wolves, adored his charisma. You go so far in life with charisma, holy shit. His achievements, you know, honor, triumph, countless victories. Basically, listen, he was the guy. He had the title War Master. That's all you need to know. His achievements were crazy. Again, reasons for his treachery as well. He was knifed by a Nurgling. I'm joking. He was corrupted by Chaos Gods. And Erebus. And his status is, well, Horus, I don't think he exists. His soul was completely shattered, destroyed. He basically does not exist, so he permanently died. And now, listen, Horus is, he's an important figure in the whole war. So, personally, I put him at number 4. Just like that. So Horus to me is number 4. Crazy. Who's gonna be number 2? I wonder. And you wonder. Wargar Aurelian, Primarch of the World Bearers. He is basically, I see him as a priest and spiritual unifier. I think he was crafted by the Emperor basically to spread belief and bind humanity with a single creed, you know. But his fall was misdirected worship, you know. He landed on Colchis, a desert world stepped in ancient religion, so there was basically, how to even say, like imagine world full of pagans. And he grew among them who believed in prophecy of gods from childhood. He showed charisma, intellect, and drive to worship. And he was raised by a priest, Corparian, who became like his mentor and father figure, let's just say. He also, by the way, his father figure was also inducted into World Bearers when Wargar met the Emperor, so he became Wargar's closest lieutenant, later even becoming a Dark Apostle of Chaos. So before the Emperor, he became a priest king, leading a great religious crusade on the planet of Colchis, united the world under his faith, preparing them for the coming of God. And when the Emperor arrived, the Wargar saw him as fulfillment of his prophecy. When he saw him, he fell into his knees and worshipped him as a god. Emperor forbade this, insisting on secular truth. You know, so his bond with the legion, the World Bearers, reflected his zealotry, becoming a religious legion. We basically built temples, spread worship, and punished. And they were punished by their beliefs, basically by Ultramarines, by the way. His achievements was, I guess, he united coaches, spread imperial truth in religious terms across the worlds. Also later, which is important, after his rebuke, he led the First Legion to turn fully to Chaos worship. Reasons of his treachery is simple. The humiliation he experienced after Ultramarines burned his cathedral down, and that Guilliman burned his holy city. Right now he is ascended as a demon primarch of Chaos Undivided, same as Perturabo. He's still alive, as all of them, and he's leading the warbears and spreading worship of chaos. You know, if you watched my reaction video of him, I said he's like a hype man, and god damn it, I stand by it. I love this man. He made Horus Heresy so much interesting. He is my top second guy in command. I love him so much. Sue me. Vulcan, Primarch of the Salamanders. Vulcan is basically, his role would be protector of humanity. He embodied the Emperor's compassion, tasked with safeguarding civilians and bringing a human face to conquest. Yeah. Dude, he was perpetual, he was immortal. Dude was crazily buffed. He was raised on the volcanic world of Nocturne among artisan clans. He was adopted by the clan elders. Again, they survived and they became Legion recruitment base. So the planet is a recruitment base. Before the Emperor, he was a Forge Master, protector of people. He basically, his planet was ravaged by Dark Elders, so he basically stood up and he basically, his presence made people to build up courage and to defend themselves, because they would be constantly raided by Dark Elders. So I see him as a hero, personally. Meeting the Emperor, it was a close bond. He competed in contest with Emperor, and, well, you know, Emperor obviously won the contest. So yeah, his bond with the Legions. Salamanders are basically, he accepted them very fast, and overall Salamanders are considered as Warhammer good guys, though personally I find it crazy. I think we're just as guilty as every other Legion in Warhammer 40k. I don't see them personally as the good guys, but you know. Reason of their loyalty is just love of humanity, rejection of chaos completely, so yeah. His fate status is, we don't know. He's perpetual, so he's probably recovering somewhere, but he's not dead. He's gonna return at some point, but we just don't know. And personally, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I find the whole perpetual thing the most boring one. It's like nothing you can do to this man won't matter. Well, maybe if they would mentally break him, but even Conrad Curse failed, so I find him the most boring Primarch out of all. You know, sorry. Corvus Corax. He's like a guerrilla and freedom fighter. That's how I see him. He's an expert, like, sabotage, stealth, liberation of enslaved peoples, you know. I'd see him as a symbol of rebellion against tyranny. He was raised on the mining moon Chaos. He was enslaved until rebellion, just like a little bit like Angron, but you know, a bit different. His rebel leaders became his mentors. Unfortunately, in their revolt, they died, but Korax honored them. Again, before the Emperor, he led the slave uprising, toppled tyrants. So basically, he succeeded where Angron failed. When he met the Emperor, he saw Emperor as a liberator. He pledged his loyalty immediately. Bond with his legion, he was loved for his empathy. His legion became stealth specialist, which is crazy when they have claws and jetpacks. I'd say they're like more of a camper legion, but that's just me. Yeah, reasons for his loyalty: believed in freedom, despised tyranny. I don't know. You know, he's just loyal guy. His status is unfortunate. From, if I recall correctly, he is somewhere vanished in Eye of Terror, and he's harassing my guy Wargar. Doesn't give him any breaks. So yeah, you guys be surprised. He's cool, but he's cool in this spot for me, guys. Again, and lastly, you can already probably tell where this is going. Alpharius and Omegan. Primarchs. I said Primarchs. There's two of them. Of the Alpha Legion. Well, they're the spy masters, infiltrators, and deceivers. They again, they're probably designed to wage like shadow wars, spread misinformation, and manipulate enemies before the war even was joined. Their upbringing, the youngest Primarchs scattered late. So actually, even in the remembered video, their origins are shrouded in secrecy. So their father mother figures are unknown. The fate of their mother and father figures are also unknown. Again, before the Emperor, they were masters of infiltration and misdirection. Meeting the Emperor, again, we don't know. The all information we have is different. Some suggest they were later found in the Crusade. Some say they were manipulated by chaos. We don't know. Bond with his legion. Well, Alpha Legion functioned as cells. Primarchs treated the Marines as extensions of themselves. That's, I think, where most memes come from, that the whole Legion basically looks like their Primarch. And yeah, unfortunately for them, since they led a lot of Shadow Crusade, their achievements were very unknown. So, and since they were almost the last ones to be introduced in the Crusades, other, I guess, Primarchs didn't think much of them, even though they probably have most of the Shadow Crusade basically victories, but nobody knows of their achievements. And again, it all could be a lie, Their reasons for treachery, I think they saw the future of the Perpetuals and they chose the one which was more lenient to them. Fate status, Alpharius said to have been killed by Gilliman, but it's unclear. Omegon's fate is unknown. It's a completely weird legion, completely shrouded in mystery, and that's what makes them interesting for me. I put them at number 10, and this is Guy the list. This is my list. So yeah, here's my finished tier list. Feel free to hate it. Disclaimer, guys, there might have been a lot of information that I forgot or just missed. Feel free to correct me in the comments. Sorry I couldn't also make this video sooner. Again, as I said in the beginning, one of my family members has been in the hospital, so I tried to spend more time with them. Listen, it's so serious, I even had to put my Minecraft addiction on hold. So it's serious and I'm not lying. Also, feel free to drop any videos you want me to react to. And on that note, I'll be signing off, but you can, if there's even, you can keep watching the video in the background. As for me, ciao ciao, guys.
In here now!